Okay guys, so audio check, and if you can give me a feedback. Okay, audio good. Right, okay, so very quick update of the situation. As usual, thank you for everybody that connected today. The situation is not really good. Surprisingly, the report from the beta testers on the AI, basically what we are doing now is running a complete test where every tester is divided, and they have a certain number of cars, and they have a procedure to follow to check the AI. And yeah, so the test at the moment does look good. I think you cannot read the details, I think, but I guess you can see all the red spot. And the red spot are basically signaling cars that are failing on some track. So this sort of took all my excitement away, of course, for the situation. But last night also I had basically almost wasted 3 hours of work because there was a report that there was the AI choosing super soft tires on the Nordschleife, and going out because of temperature. So we had to build a completely new system with Aris, where basically he can tell every tire how many kilometers it's supposed to do in order to stop the AI from choosing super soft in very long tracks like the Nordschleife. The thing was that at the end of the day, it wasn't temperature. It was just a bad parameter on the steering wheel, so the car was just hitting a wall. So yeah, that was not really good, and that basically gave me the idea that this kind of way of testing it is very Middle Ages, very medieval. So I said, no, this is never going to work, because it takes a huge amount of time, and basically every time you change a single number, ideally you will have to retest that car where you change the parameter on every track. And if you do something more extreme than that, which is changing something in the code, ideally you will have to retest everything. And I thought, this is never going to work. This is never going to give what we need for this kind of system. So I ended up with what's really an obvious solution, and I have no idea why I didn't think about this before. And what it is basically an automatic test suite. So basically last night I was up late to code this automatic test suite, which is something that I remember Giovanni did at a certain point to test for hot lap times, and I don't know why. I don't know if it was removed, or I wasn't able really to find it, but yeah, basically I rewrote the system, which is basically an automatic system that is running the simulation at very high speed, about 30 times faster, pretty much 20 or 30 times faster if it can, and it's automatically, you basically choose a car and it's automatically going through all the tracks. So this give me the possibility, and is giving me the information of where the test failed or the test was successful. So and for example, to test a complete car, it takes now about on every task it takes about 5 minutes, which starts to become you know, feasible. So yeah, today I think is going to be one of the most boring ever stream, because I have to go and figure out why these cars are failing. So right now, for example, I've got this Abarth S1, which is giving problems. I will show you the automatic system in a second. It's running. It finished a complete test on this car, and it's telling me there is a problem in Mugello. So I'll show you quickly how the test system works, which is a bit annoying because I try to recreate exactly the situation that I have on the other PC. So what I'm doing on the other PC, I'm running very low resolution, like 640 by 480, and then I start this auto tester, and I choose the car that I want to test, and I say test car, and it's basically starting a certo corsa at warp speed, and is taking this giving automatically the control to the AI, and try to do a couple of laps, and it detects failure. It detects the car going out from the track. It detects the car hitting walls and things like that, and it just gives me a report. Like, for example, right now, the Imola test passed, and it gives me the lap time for the car to 18. And you've seen that it's pretty fast. So so that's the idea of how this thing works, and it's always a bit complicated to turn it off, but let's see if we can do it. Okay, seems to work. Yeah. We need still running in the background. Need to kill it. Okay. Cool. So let's go back to our resolution. Good resolution. Which doesn't. So 920 by 1080. Right. Okay. So the other computer, so is telling me that the problem is at Mugello. So I need to put Mugello here and try to go and see what's happening. Most of the time, the problems are really something to do with braking. I'm really surprised, in a bad way, because for some reason the test result was worse than last time. But yeah, got to live with it. And yeah, so back to normal testing. So now we have to sit here like idiots watching the AI. I think something else that I should do is code some combination of key that is speeding up the software somehow, which actually I will do right now. While I will start another test on this car on the other computer. the drive thread, wasn't it? I have no idea because the timing is not really designed to work like this, where you can change on the fly the timing. I'm scared that what is going to happen is that the entire system will which key I can use that we don't use anywhere. Can use control, but I need to, or shift, but I need to disable some stuff. The AI. So let's try to see that. Let's try to say that we are at 4 time real time and see what is happening. That gives you an idea of my situation. Instead of writing shift, I wrote shit. And it didn't compile, of course. So I need to disable this debug function. That should save me sometimes if I can fast forward 4 times and then see where the problem is, and so if I tweak some parameters, I can fast forward the entire lap, next lap to check if I can see the problem. If I can fix it. Right now on the other computers, the car is passing Imola that was creating problems. It's taking ages to compile. I should also remove this function that is saving continuously the reports. It's not really useful. Should just print the report because I have this thing constantly popping up. Be a small glitch in the stream as I upload this file, but it's a small file. Did they pass Mugello already? No, it didn't. So okay, it's going now for the Mugello on the other computer. So pass everything, but it's failing at Mugello. So we can start here. Okay. So we are going faster than real time. So let's try to go and check what happened if I slow down. Yeah, it doesn't work. There was something that should have been expected. Okay. So that's where it's going out. The only option we have is to let it slow down more. It's reasonable like this, at least with the 500. I can see what's going on. Ah, almost. Sadly, you know, I'm in a stage where the only thing I can do is tweak parameters. I cannot change algorithms anymore. I cannot go and check why the car is not giving me the right speed there, because as soon I change the algorithms, I invalidate the entire situation. So, simply speaking, I'm not allowed to do that. All I can do is slow this guy down. Almost there. But it's very surprising that I need to give 63% braking on this car. It's incredibly surprising in a bad way. Looks like most of the problems are with corners going downhill. Okay, so it's driving like shit there, it's making mistakes, but there you go, there isn't much we can do about it. So in theory it's passing this one, so what I can do now is start another test there on the other computer and restart the entire test suite and see, okay, now go and check if I fixed it. Sorry about leaving the so I restarted there, and I can move to the next car that have problem. So yesterday, for example, I fixed this BMW 1M, and now this yellow means, you know, my idea was to say to the tester, okay, go check that. So I will be able to do this automatically. So got problems with this M3 drift, and the problem is that Nurburgring crashes in the last corner, and I think I already know what this is. This is too much steer gain. So there are cars that are pretty easy to I want to slow down a bit the, like, you know, 3 times. That's what I should do. Stupid you. So if I press this, you know, you change the time scale, otherwise you go back to 1. Let's see if it works. That's why it was staying in time scale, high time scale. Hopefully the ABAR test 1 passes all the tests there. We will know in 5 minutes. I think this is gonna be one of the most boring streams ever, but you know, that's it. That's what you get. You know, that this is what I have to do basically for the next couple of days, and just got to suck it and live with it. Yeah, it's got a 304 304 steer look ahead, which for a car like this that is supposed to be incredibly reactive is completely wrong. So it's not surprising. So let's go faster. Let's see if it works. There, slow down. Does this, and then will you? It's not really a good idea to re-put it. It doesn't really do it. That's the problem. It's not really easy to alter time dynamically. in assetto corsa, so nothing. I have to go back to the situation where if I press shift, I will have to live with shift and go 3 times faster. Still waiting for the result from Mugello over there. Oh shit, I didn't even save the car. Okay, so let's start again, bring this back to more normal values. With this version, you know, around 180 something seems to be a good value for. So in theory, the testers said it crashed at the last corner, which is not surprising because last corner has got a wall on the inside. So you can imagine if the look ahead is basically deciding how far is the target for the steer. So if it is too far, it goes too inside into the corner, and it will hit the wall. Basically, the idea is that the look ahead should be as close as possible without creating oscillations in the car. And some cars that react very slowly to steer inputs are need a longer look ahead, while cars that react very quickly to the steering wheel and are pretty stable, like this one, you know, it's around 180, 170. Now I cannot really tweak it precisely, but it already did 1 lap without problems, so that tells me that we're good with this one. It was obvious the problem. So let's just finish a 2nd lap. Okay, so this is good. So save this, go into the reports, and we check this one as with green, and these other 3 tests that were failing, I suppose they are failing for the very same reason. So I put it yellow, and I will give it to the automatic system. Looks like, did we pass Mugello? Mugello passed on the Abarth, so that's good. Okay, so we move to the next car that fails, which is this BMW E30 S1, and fails a Nurburgring without any comment from the tester. So let's see what's going on here. Of course, the 2 Nordschleife configuration takes long time even on the accelerated test. So okay, so I can see straight away that here too we got 284 look ahead, which we know already is not good. So we bring it at tentative 180. And go into fast mode. That was this kind of situation was what I was expected. I was expecting, you know, a couple of cars having these kind of problems, and it's a quick fix. You just go there, bang bang, couple of things, done. There are cars that are just killing me. The Alfa Romeo 155 is just killing me. I had nightmares about that car. And of course the Nordschleife. Yesterday with Simone we discovered track limits problems, and again took us a good hour to fix it, to figure out what the problem was. The track limit things is something that I definitely need to rethink for the future. I don't like this situation with with the splines. It's very complicated for the track people to do it, and you know, the software should be able to do it automatically. So it's definitely something that should be better. I think quite confident to say that the car had the same problem with the steering wheel, so should be fine. Oh wow, the Abarth passed the Nordschleife as well, which is a very good news. So this one passed this test. So as usual, let's put a green here and then a yellow here, so I remember that I need to run the automatic testing on this one. Okay, so we continue. BMW M392 is failing on the Nordschleife. I hate this. Let's do okay, so we finish. Oh fuck me, the 500 failed on the fucking last track. You gotta be kidding me. I need to load up this track to understand why it's failing on the endurance. Let me check this BMW first. It was better when I didn't know about these things, you know. But they were there. They've been there. I'm sure, you know. They were a combination of the AI that just simply didn't work. Of course, you know, we are running at 100%. So the possibility of somebody. That's weird, because this car has steering wheel that look right to me, so it might be the braking. So we know this car is okay on this track, so there is no point. I was hoping it was something to do with the steering wheel, but it's not. So also on this car we have a problem in this stupid Nordschleife endurance. This is going to be the death of me, I know. This is a total nightmare. As usual, in 1 hour I will do a quick question and answer. Just bear with me. So this is endurance. Let's try to figure out what's wrong with this car in the endurance. I did change something in the EBB. I hope this car has EBB, which I will tell you what it is about. What car is this again? E92? Come on, load. Okay, so bank. Let me just check quickly that if Faris put a value of VBB that is not really smart. Put 1, which is dangerous. Okay, let's go in quick mode. Let's see how it's failing, if it is failing. And I should also start another test for this one, so that BMW 1M hopefully it will pass everything. Do I have a comment from the tester about this one? Why would you fail? No, don't have any comment on this one. Fantastic, the 1M failed immediately. Oh shit. That was terrible. Right, so the only thing I can do is put down the braking. Try again. One M failed immediately, Timola. And I'm ready to bet there is the Rivazza. The Rivazza became such a nightmare for every car. And they're struggling downhill, all of them. So annoying because, you know, the cars that I tried, that I usually use for trying, which is tough car, like the Cobra and the Lotus 49 and the Tatus and the Ferrari GT2. You know, they were fine with this algorithm, but I don't really know the Nordschleife, so I have no idea where this guy crashed last time. Jesus Christ. Let's try again. It's not good. This is not good, chaps. I hope it's the ABB. Because if it is the ABB, I can just say, fuck it, you know, you cannot put it less than 110% in front, and that's it. Or I can just disable the ABB and, you know, let's do this. Let's see if it is the ABB. So let's say that this cannot be less than 1.1. Sorry about that. So the 1M failed at Imola and Monza, which again I'm ready to bet is the Rivazza in the first corner and the first Variante in Monza. So it's a brake problem. He's passing all the other for now, and I bet he's gonna have problem in the Nordschleife. Taking ages even to compile. Come on, Visual Studio, I changed one line. Because we got damage, so I wonder if the damage is sort of slowing the car down to a point that is allowing the car to make it through. But definitely, yeah, he did one lap, and so the problem is in one corner. I can't believe it. See if he does it again. I'm trying to see where the point is. You know, I'm sure I can do this much quicker if I'm with Simone. He can tell me exactly where the problem is. That's the problem, not knowing this track. No idea here it is, so that's the problem. This fast corner is nothing to do with brakes, I think. It's just going too fast there. You know, as simple as that. Okay, let me try. Okay, so what I was doing, okay, I wanted to try to see if it's got a little bit less push. If we can make it through that section. That could give me a possibility to fix it with a AI hint. What a AI hint is something you can put on a track on a particular corner where you can tell the AI to take that particular place slower. So let's say, for example, 97%, and let's see if it's able to manage to get through, because that would be another, you know, last minute resort. Like, you know, I don't have any other solution. You know, what I can do is to make the entire Nordschleife to tell the AI to go slower on the entire track, which of course I don't want to do it. So I want to find a solution. To try to understand what the problem is. So I remember there is a long sort of straight, yeah, like this one. There should be another one probably. Yeah, should be after this one, I think. Yeah, it's this corner. So even a 97% is not able to, it's just making it. Just totally annoying. It's nothing to do with braking. It's nothing to do with braking. I need to see this guy at normal speed. Otherwise I don't understand what's going on. What time it is? Okay, we're almost 1 hour into this very boring stream, so in about 15 minutes I'll come to the chat, guys, to answer some questions. Another failure. It's really a nightmare. Oh my god, it looks so weird now. Oh Jesus, it looks slow motion. Oh my god, it's terrible. I remember this feeling back when I was first developing the AI, and one of the first things you do, especially when you start to do sort of experiments with evolution algorithm for the artificial intelligence, and you want things to go really fast. So your eyes sort of get used to that speed, and I can see that the braking is not the problem, because it's not really braking early at all. I mean late at all. It's got 60 meters here. You know, it cannot be the brake. It cannot possibly be the braking. I would just love to have a button that I can press and goes fast and then goes slow. But you know, the way timing works. My feeling would be that it's understeering out of the corner. If I have to guess, that would be my guess. Let me more fails on the 1M M3. This is going to be a long day, I'm telling you. Should have done this ages ago. It is running a little bit out from the line, so might give a little bit of look ahead. Yes, it is. That was the problem. That was the problem. That was the problem. So, what's going on here? You're going there. Where are we? It is braking. I know exactly what it is, because the AI doesn't understand this. The AI understands hills, but it doesn't understand that if it's going up and then there is a, you know, if you're going up and then you're going down, you're sort of flying there. So it thinks it can pass here, but it can't. Okay, so how we fix this? We need to fix it with a hint. So I need to really understand where the problem was. So here's the car coming. I need to remember what this place is. Okay, Stefano, so have a look of, I need some sort of reference point. Okay, so it's before this bridge. Okay, so let's do the last thing before. Okay, so where are we? We are in endurance. So AI spline, load, endurance, AI fast lane. Okay, so now we need to find the place. This is going so slow. I'm totally lost. Ah, totally lost. That's okay. That's where the F1 track is. Should be. Is it? Yeah. Okay. So we go from here. And we go here. Blah 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 blah. Go up here. Where are you, bridge? Where is our bridge? Should be this one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So it's this one. So this is the corner that is creating us problems because it's going uphill. So we need to tell the AI that from this point 0307 entrance. We need to help the AI. Blah blah blah. New text document AI hints. Okay. So AI hints looks like this. So from what was it? 0307 from 0307 to pretty much here 0317 317. You got to break. Okay. Let's try again. Come on, please work. Please work. If you don't work, I will be so pissed and I will start to answer really bad to every question in the QA. Can you believe that on the entire track we had a problem in one corner? Actually, this car is not only in the entire track, in the every track of Assetto Corsa has only got one problem in one corner. Unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. Again, this will be something that an evolutionary AI based on, you know, an expert system of driving there and say, oh, you know, I cannot go that fast here, so let me remember that. Yeah, okay, we passed. Woohoo! That's good. But okay, resume. Let me save this AI. But hold on, 3 minutes left. I'm sure the same problem is going to be, if it is in the Nordschleife, why is it, if it is in the endurance, why is not in the Nordschleife? Probably because the line through there is different in the Nordschleife. Probably the line through there takes care of this problem. Let's see. Because in theory, it should do exactly the same thing. yeah, no problem there. Okay, that's it. I think I'm good enough for me. So let's do this 30 minutes of conversation with the guys. While I do this, I will also start the M3 complete test. I will keep you informed of how the test he was doing. If you got questions, guys, now is the time. Will track rotation will be possible in 1.2? No, it's something that might come with the change to do for the console version, if ever we move to a different UI. So if I understand this right, will the AI have a chance of underbraking, locking in some corners? Yeah, they already do it. Of course, when I'm running these tests, they don't do those kind of mistakes, so they are turned off, because otherwise they will be randomly fail on me for no good reason. But they already do. You can see cars smoking tires in front of you. Did you have hair before Assetto Corsa? No. No, even before Netcar I didn't have. So also in 1.2, is the auto flip recovery config option in option working again? No, I have no idea. I have no idea about that. Stefano, will you be adding a delete car setup option in the car setup section? Definitely not in 1.2, and the big problem with that is that if I add the delete button, immediately you guys are going to ask for a confirm. Do you really want to delete this thing? So just use Windows for the time being. Will that hint affect? Yes, sadly the hint will affect all the cars there, and that's why hints are not a good way to solve the problem. It's like something that if you have no other option, and that's the last option. Are you going to install Windows 10 as soon as it's available? On that computer that is running the test, yes, I'm registered to install it, and also on my laptop. On this computer, the development computer, no, I'm waiting a little bit. Can we get an app to show the track grip level? I think you can see the track grip level if you go when you are at the pit and you go into the visualization that it gives you the leaderboard. You can see the grip level. Can we get a fixes up option for race? Definitely not in 1.2, which is coming, in a couple of days. So, but in the future, yes, it's one of the things that I would like to do. Does AC use any third-party graphics or physics engine, or is everything custom? It's mostly custom. The framework that we're using a framework called Yebis for post-processing effects in the graphics. For the basic physics engine, rigid body, things like that, I'm using ODE or Open Dynamics Engine, something like that. And for audio, we're using Fmod. And for the console, we are using Scaleform for the UI, if that ever comes to the PC. Will the level of detail change on the cars on the replay to be improved, less noticeable? I would like to do that. I would like also to have a sort of a slider that you can say, well, make the lot switch more far. It's something that annoys me greatly to have LOD popping in and out when you're watching replay. Will you make the AI leaving the pits more realistically? It depends what we mean for more realistically. I would like the AI to come back into the pits more realistically instead of doing the ugly thing that it's doing now. Possibility to run an AI in servers? No way, absolutely. That's totally impossible. That I can totally guarantee you it will never happen. It's just because, you know, the server is not able to do that. Would it be possible to have a Python app that can define your pit stop settings when you get into the garage? Everything is possible. Honestly, the idea of the pit stop as it is to try to recreate the you know, the sort of frenzy, the sort of excitement that you get when you get at the pits, and you need to, you know, to do your operation as quickly as possible. So that was the idea behind it. So we don't want you to pre-select your setup. We want to go there and learn to click buttons, so you can have one driver that is better than another driver to do pit stops. Stefano, I opened a thread about the tire roll resistance on the forum. We think we may have found a issue one of parameters. Yeah, definitely. I cannot check it now. So and tire roll resistance is such a small part of car behavior that definitely not now. You've seen how many problems I'm having. So right now, rolling resistance is the last of my problems. Is Brandsatch planned for the next Dream Pack? No, I think next track to come is going to be Barcelona, not Brandsatch. Brandsatch, I think, you know, we didn't even get the laser scan yet. You know, they did the laser scan, but I don't think we got the data back from the first pre-processing, so it didn't even start, Simone, to work on it. Why do some trunks have Assetto Corsa branding on them? It is a licensing issue. No idea. I don't know. It could be that they have, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. I'm very sorry if this has already been asked. Will there be a possibility to send setup within players? Not in 1.2. So it's a nice feature, but you know, I think it goes hand in hand with fixed setup. So if the server is able to send you a setup, then the door is open to implement that, to send it between players. Will the update now be delayed? No, I don't think it's going to be delayed, because it's important to understand that the problem that you are seeing today are problems that only happen with the AI at 100%, which is something that a tiny number of users will select. So it will not stop release, basically. Do you keep a central repository of commit code and resource? The change you make in stream, you will commit to the branch later on. Yes, we got a couple of different repository for code and for all the entire game in what we call the current state, which is all the latest features, all the latest tracks and cars that are not finished yet are all another repository which mirrors what we have. Woohoo! So the M03E92 passed all the tests, so that's very good. What's my favorite third-party mod for AC? I don't really use mods, so I cannot really. I don't understand what you mean blame. Is it, you mean I'm ignoring your question? Let me see if you have questions. I didn't see. When is the NEL DLC pack coming? No idea. No idea. We didn't, you know, we got to finish this one before we think about the next one. So. Speak about Steam Workshop. I don't know. We got most of the things done, but you know, as many other things, you know, it just keeps going down in the priority. So it didn't make it in this version as well. You would like to have a tire creator. Will be possible in the future. I know that there are things that Aris is using. The problem is that we change things a lot on the tires. So whatever we release is going to be outdated very quickly. So if ever we put something out, you know, it just becomes yet another bitching wife, like, you know, the one I talk about in some other stream. So we need to be very careful. Have I tried Balut? No, I don't have the balls to try Balut. It looks terrible. It looks, you know, I cannot even imagine trying something like that. Balut is a typical Southeast Asian thing where you basically eat an egg, but the egg has basically a half chicken inside. So it's not a fresh egg. It's an egg that is already created a chicken. So you get this, you know, hard stuff and feathers and blah blah blah. So any chance of soft lock? No. I mean, not for now, but do you only release stuff on Friday? Is this true? No, actually, we try to move our release on Wednesday, just because it will not force us and the support to have a weekend working to support the release. So we prefer to release on Wednesday, but as you can imagine, no release today. Is it possible to add G flashing lights option? We had a call yesterday. We were talking about lights and things like that. So it is on our radar to do something like that. But definitely, you know, you have an option to turn your lights on and on. So, you know, there is no reason to let you go through configure a different button in order to do it on and off. So it doesn't really make sense. If you want to do on and off, press your button on and off. My neighbor went to China, Japan, I forgot, and it brought home a dog flavor cracker. Well, it's going to be China. It's going to be China. I think China, Korea, and don't know what else have dog in their menu. Which is something that always shocks us, but you know, I always remind, for example, in Italy we eat rabbits, and that makes most American shock in horror, because for them a rabbit is a domestic animal. Will the F9 show the correct placement in race soon, not with passing the starting line? No, it's designed to give you the official race leaderboard, and the official race leaderboard gets updated every time you pass the line. Is Suzuka planned for future update? No, we have no plans at all to add Suzuka. Why doesn't CARES work in pit stop? Is there a possibility to map a digital instrument custom things like chemical gas pedal or brake pedal? I don't understand what does it mean it doesn't work in pit stop. Sorry, no idea. Maybe you mean it doesn't get recharged. No idea. No idea. I don't understand the question. Sorry. Yeah, Blame. I totally understand you, and you know, it's a total waste of developer time to write all the code for the UI and blah 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 in order for you to blink by pressing one key instead of pressing another key 3 times. You want to blink 3 times. I lost some message from Warlock. It's probably yeah. Usually the kind of stuff that you can do on the cockpit is stuff that we add on demand. In other words, when we get a car that needs to implement some sort of something that we don't have yet, we implement it. So is on demand. So what you have to hope is that we get a car that's got 2 separate turbo indicators, so we can add those. So Balut in Vietnam was already shitting through the eye of a needle, so it gives the miss. Yes, Vietnam is another place where Balut is and it's one of those things that they really try to, you know, force foreigner to try because they enjoy seeing our disgusted face. One thing that I tried in Vietnam that was really, you know, totally crazy was basically it was like a very strong alcohol. I don't know how to say it in English. And basically they brought a cobra, live cobra, and they opened it and they took the heart and put this heart that was still beating into this alcohol, and something like a vodka. I mean, very strong alcohol, like, you know, I don't know, 99% alcohol. And so you drink it and you also swallow this beating heart. Yeah, that was crazy, but at the end you don't taste really anything. It's just you know, a test of manhood. Yeah, I think Simone is putting new cameras pretty much everywhere. Come to Australia and have a Vegemite sandwich. I'd love to come to Australia. I've never been there. Had lots of fantastic friends, Australian friends, when I was in Tokyo. Yeah. You know, I cannot keep up with the Australians. You know, they just party and drink too much for me. But you know, still fantastic people. Stefano, any plans to rework ride height validation and make it against the flat reference? It's a very big problem. It's a huge problem. I spoke yesterday about that with Aris, and it's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare, total nightmare. What about those flashing digital screens on the side of the truck that indicate blue and yellow flags? Yeah, well, they are in racing, so you know it will be nice to have it attach it to the current flag. Is there any chance for the Lotus Exos S2 that replicates Formula One with? We don't have plans for that. Come to England. Well, you know, England is my favorite place to live. So if I could choose a place to live right now, would be England. Sadly, you know, I'm married to a, well, sadly, not sadly, but you know, I'm happily married to a Filipina girl, and that reduces my options for living, or at least it makes it more complicated. So, but you know, England, it is in our plan in the future. How about boost up and down with rotary dial on my wheel? I think you can use some sort of something in the driver configuration of the steering wheel to map every single notch of your rotatory switch to a key press, which is the same key press that you use for turbo. So you can do that already. Are you guys planning more drift content? No, but I think we were talking in the chat last time that there is a Toyota car that I think is related somehow to Initial D. So, you know, there would be something. Do you guys have permission to update your older truck like Monza to make it more modern? Like update parabolica? Yeah, we have permission. It's just that we don't have the time to do it. So, if you want to have Barcelona, you cannot have updated trucks. And of course, you know, if the change is big, yes, you know, you will have to laser scan again the thing, and that's probably not going to happen. Why is near impossible to roll over a car in AC? Oh my God, it's very easy to roll over a car in AC. Very, very easy. Just need to choose the right car, like the 155 or the 500. Is very, very easy to roll over it. Yes. Please, can we get a downhill version? More than 10 bits of Trento. Yeah, that would be great. You know, once you get serious Initial D cars, you need Trento downhill. Stefano, planning any visual tire effect where flat spot graining? Don't think so. I don't see us going that direction anytime soon. Is there any the problem, people asking pits in Trento, and so the problem is that then you will have AI needs to be run on that one, and that's going to be difficult because it's very tight, and it's going to give us another track that we have to support the AI. So I'm already swearing all day and calling the Nordschleife a shitty track, you know, because I hate it, because it just makes my day miserable. So I don't wanna add the Trento to my pain. Yeah, you don't want the AI on Trento, I understand, but because we don't have a system to say which track you can run the AI, I can assure you that just as people put a race with a with the Miata against GT3 cars, they will try to run the AI on the Trento, and when that will fail, it will be seen as a bug, and people will go online and say, Assetto Corsa, you know, the AI is shitty because, you know, it doesn't run on the Trento, and it's only a hot lap simulator, and it's not finished, it's a beta version, and blah, 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 blah. So, you know, realistically, you know, that's something we cannot do. When I'm getting a Fanatec wheel, or you prefer to stick with the G27? I like the I like the Logitech stuff. You know, actually, first problem is it's very complicated in the Philippines for me to get anything at all. But strangely enough, Logitech stuff in the Philippines is reasonably easy to find, while the Fanatec stuff is much more complicated. So, but you know, I'm so used to the Logitech feel that that's what I related to most of the time. Sorry for asking again, but is Fiorano for M1 allowed to be ported to AC? You know what? I mean, if I have to ask something to Ferrari, I rather ask cars than Fiorano. So every time we get a chance to put something new on the table with Ferrari, you know, I rather have new cars than Fiorano, which is fine, but you know, it's not a track where you can race. So I'd rather get a car, honestly. AC could be multiplayer only. People must comprehend that the AI is not part of game. Well, you will be incredibly mistaken, sir. You know, the statistics talks very clearly, and only a very small part of Assetto Corsa user even click on the multiplayer window. So artificial intelligence is an essential part of Assetto Corsa. So it might be no essential for you, but you know, you need to understand that you are a minority from that point of view. So you know, it would be a really bad business decision. Stefano, when you start doing brake fade simulation, please do it realistically for every car. I have no idea, because I had an initial talk with Aris about it, and to be honest with you, you know, I think we probably what's going to happen is that we will make the system very powerful, but I don't think we are going to implement it in a very aggressive way on our cars, simply because the amount of time and testing that it will require to Aris to, you know, to find the right balance between all the cars that we have. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for us to do it for every car. And also it will be something that could be turned off, and actually will be turned off by default, because personally, you know, I have no interest at all in launching a session and, you know, have to think, okay, let's do 10 laps with this car, but then the car after 3 laps will have no brakes left, and everybody will be going into the wall. And again, you know, these kind of things are very difficult to communicate to people. So people will just take it as a bug, so yeah, I don't think we are going to push. I mean, the system is going to be as powerful as you can. So If modders want to spend, 2 months, working on a car and balancing the brake, fine. But I don't think we can do it. So, last couple of questions, guys, because I need to really go back to work today. As you've seen, it's lots of work for me today. Yeah, it's totally fine, guys, that you have different preferences and you play online or you play with the AI or you play the hot lap. It's just important to understand that you are not the only users of Assetto Corsa, nor you represent any sort of majority. So, our job is to make everybody happy. And as MM is saying, the reality of things is that it's difficult to have a good race with humans because you have to think about in real life. You have situation where when you go to a race, there are people traveling for thousands of kilometers to get there and get the track and arrive on the Thursday and then do the practice and blah 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 blah, and then you finally come at the race and they start the race and they crash it in real life after investing so much money and time into that, and they crash it. In a game, you're not investing anything, you're just connecting to the server with people that you don't know, and you just go for it, and you will crash it, and you will crash it more, if not exactly like it will happen in real life. Yeah. I find humans are worse than AI. Well, the AI is more predictable. Once you understand how the AI is behaving, it's definitely more predictable than humans. Okay, guys, I will go back to my work. Usual thanks for all the people that joined the live stream today. Sorry, it wasn't very glamorous, but then, hopefully it can get better in the future. And yeah, let's hope that next time we have a stream, 1.2 will be out, and will be out, with not many problems, and that you guys are enjoying it. So I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.